Hello everybody, this is Clark Knives here, and I've got a pretty interesting video here for y'all today. And I opened a pretty big can of worms, or I dug into a really long rabbit hole here, I guess. I don't really know, but I done a lot of research today and asked a couple fellers what all I should do here, because as you can see, I've got a piece of leather here with what looks like some compound on it, and then I've got just my homemade leather strop that I made, that I tried putting some homemade stuff on. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of research here recently, and the amount of time that I've been doing research, I could have just ordered some stropping compound in and had it here and been perfectly fine with a razor sharp knife. But I'm a little stubborn like that, so this is what I have found out and halfway came up with. Alright, so I did some research on blade forums today and a couple other websites, and I talked to Mr. Richter Knives about what would be the best stropping compound, beside, being able to just get in your car, go drive to get it, and not spend a whole bunch of money. Because if you're like me, I'm very impatient. I hate waiting for stuff to come in the mail. So I wanted to be able to go to a store and pick it up fast. And now that I work at a store that carries some of this stuff, even better. But anyways, I asked Mr. Richter, and I seen on blade forums first that this stuff was the best stuff, and then I asked Mr. Richter Knives, and he said that this would be probably the best option without getting it online. And as you can see here, I have used it. I did sharpen. You can't really tell, but I mean, I've got a pretty polished edge there. And this thing is very sharp, as Richter would say. I mean, it's sticking to my fingernails, and I'm not even holding the knife. It's sharp. All right. So, anyways, now I'm going to show you how to do it, or how I done it. I got a scrap piece of leather first, just because I didn't want to mess this strop up, just in case I did have to get some normal stropping compound. So I'm going to flip this around and kind of show y'all how I done it first, and then I'll show y'all basically how to strop your knife, I guess. So go ahead and open her up here, and as you can see, I didn't use hardly that much at all. Just take your little rag here. What I've done is I just kind of, let's see here, let me get this out of the way there. Just kind of dip it in there. It was a lot more. It roaded my car in the hot car from O'Reilly's to home, so it was a lot more slick, or not slick, but you get what I mean, melty, I guess. And I'm sorry if I'm not really being able to show y'all very well. Just get a pretty decent amount here. Doesn't have to be a whole bunch, just enough to cover the top of the leather there. Kind of rub it in pretty good. Okay. Now that that's done, and as you can see, y'all can probably tell I've got a pretty gritty edge on this knife, and it usually stays pretty gritty. So this is a new knife, well, not new knife, but this is it hasn't been sharpened on this stuff yet. So I'm gonna try it out, show y'all, and hopefully we get the same result we got with my bull nose, because it worked really well. And then what I did, I'm gonna put this on here just because I can't do it on the table. And then just drag it backwards. Now you don't have to just, push on it as hard as you can. Do it about 4 times to the one side, and I'm gonna put it over here so that I can use my other hand. Have I used which side? Here we go. And then same stuff. I'm dominant with my left hand. or I think that's what it is, dominant. I use my left hand more than I use my right. And you can see how that leather is already getting dark. Sorry. I'm trying to get the best angle possible. That way I can show y'all as good as possible. Alright, let me wipe this off and let's take a look at it. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera over here. Oh crap, did it again, of course. Okay, so as y'all can tell, I've already got a pretty big difference there. And it's pretty sharp. It's pretty sharp there. And this is a different edge on a knife too, so let me hit this a couple more times just to see. Oh crap. Oh, and I will say one thing. I did test it after it kind of dried here, and it's still, I mean, this is after I used this knife for dinner tonight, and just ran it across this after it dried and everything, and you can see it polished it right back up. But if you're like me and you don't want to wait on some stropping compound to come in, here's a better one. We'll use this one as an example. You can, use this stuff. Just go to your local O'Reilly's and get some of this stuff because, it'll help you in a pinch. And like I said, this knife, the bullnose was pretty sharp whenever I first got it, but I had used it since then and kind of dulled it up a little bit, so that's why I wanted to try and figure out what kind of stropping solution I could use. And then I, found out this stuff, and boy, let me tell you what, it got real sharp after that. And then, I could take a piece of paper and just through the piece of paper like a sword, I guess. And then we'll take a look at here. It may not do, as absolute perfect as you need it. And these knives haven't been sharpened in a long time anyways. But it may not do as perfect as you need it. But I'm going to tell you guys one thing. It is definitely going to do a lot better than you think it is. I don't know when the last time, good Lord, excuse me. I don't know when the last time I sharpened this knife was. And I know there is a specific thing as to stropping way too much, so I'm going to stop there and kind of put it to the side, and we'll do a little cut test and see what we got after that. It may not have done nothing with this knife, but we'll go ahead and, as you can see, it's pretty polished there. There you go. Let me go over here and get a piece of paper real quick. And we'll test it out. Alrighty. Well, there you go. Do we need any more explaining? Let's test this blade out. I don't know. I don't think this blade has ever been good at cutting paper. Yeah. I think the angle on the edge I have on this knife, I don't know. I'm starting to not like it all that much. But let me do this knife. Well, heck. You get the gist, all right? It is not the, it's not the best stuff in the world, like Richter Knives has some of that diamond spray and all this and that, but like I said, if you don't want to go to a store, or if you don't want to order it and you want to go to a store and get some for a decent price, go get you some of this Mother's mag and aluminum polish. And you can also clean the patina off your blades with it. And Mother's mag and aluminum polish, I've been telling people this for years. This stuff is about, the best stuff there is. About the best stuff since sliced bread, I guess. It's the cat's meow, as they would say. But anyways, as far as that goes, it's about the best stuff you can get without having to order it, probably. I don't know too much about it. I'm probably going to do a little bit more research, but as y'all have seen, it does a pretty amazing job. And then I'll show y'all some patina on this knife here. Oh crap, it's a little dark in here. You can see the blues and purples and all that. Chris, there's still a little bit of food left over, I apologize. Me and Chris Geary, upstate New York blade collector, traded some knives for this, and he had a little bit of patina on it whenever I first got it, so I cleaned it off and now I'm putting my own patina on it. But yeah, she's coming along well. It does, unfortunately, have the deal whenever you let it slam, it'll get the blade wrap, but over time that'll go away. I'm not too worried about that. It's going to be a work knife anyways. But if y'all enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll do a lot more videos like this. We'll figure it out for sure. I appreciate everybody. We will see y'all next time.